Hey, my name is Gadani and today I am going to present on how to make a prototype in Figma. So let's start it. So today we are going to learn what is frame, what are the components and variants, how to make a variables, apply properties on the components, working with the interaction that are used to transfer from one slide to another, and using condition. So let's start. So now what is the frame? Frame are the layers that acts as a container to organize other layers such as shapes, image, and text into course design. Means the frame component is used to display in the prototype as is a layer type structure. Um, you can find a frame in the section over the bottom toolbar in the Figma as a tic-tac-toe game, and the Figma provides a varieties of frame. So here is an example of it. As you can see that phone, tablet, desktop, presentation, watch, paper, social medias, and etc. And in the phone, you can prefer any type. So frame gives us a layer or a div. We can see in HTML that we create a div in which all the containers items are being stored. So frame is nothing but a div in which all the containers items can be stored and displayed in the prototype. So let's go to next step. So the components variants. You have seen some of the Figma design in that are some of the uh, components you can that are been animating again and again. So they are been components, and the variants means duplicate version of that component is known as a variant. Now how can you make a component? So first, you can make a component of anything. So just we can take an example that I am writing IP address text. After clicking on the IP address, right side toolbar, we have a three dots. After you click on that three dots, you will see a create component option, which mm, control enter key is a shortcut key. So after clicking on that, you will be making IP address as a component, and it will be highlighted with the dash and purple color line. So now that is been made a component, and at the left hand side in the toolbar you can see that it also highlighted by a purple pink color. So now how to create variant. After creating component, if you right click on that and in the option menu, if you click make a variant, then the duplicate variant will be made and it will be placed in that dot and dash line. You can see in the image that it has IP address and again IP address. So one is the main component and another is a variant. And you can make more variants by the plus sign given over here. So it will go and adding variants. And you can do animation with the given delay or anything that you specified. Now, what is a variable? Variable, you know all that it is a, mm, it can be used in anywhere for same thing to be done. Example, if we having a background that is been used all the way to the our design, so you can make a background and you can give a value of that color. So this background color will be known as a background. If you will change over here, it will reflect in all your UX and UX design in all the components. Now, how can you create it? So to create a variable in the right hand side, it is a nav bar or a toolbar in which if you click on local variables, it will open this type of window in which we have to click on create new. After create new, it will be asking you that how which type of variable we want to create. So if we click on string, it will give a default. So you can add the name of the string and the value of the string, and the local variable is created for that file. Now what is property and interaction? Property is must use variable in Figma because we can do animation with this property only. If you select, you just think that I have a two variant. One property I have given to one variant is red color and another variant is blue color. So if I want to change the variant on the tab, so how can do? So I can put a interaction on the variant that on tab if I change the property to red. So this color of the setting bar will be going and been changed red, and make sure you make a component so this all the interaction and the property will be assigned to it. The component and variant are most useful thing in the Figma design. All the things are been made in the component and variant. And in the component variant, the big UI UX designer, what they do, they first figure out that wha- the main thing, that how much button is there and what are the same things. So first they make the component of that same thing and keep aside, and in the design they use directly that component, so they add, so it has been easy and it can be interactive. You can add interaction on click, then on drag, on tap, and many more we will seeing in the demo. So Figma provides three types of interaction. The main is set variable mode, and condition. So we are going to learn about condition. In condition, you can see that it belongs to interaction part only. So on click, I'm going to check whether the condition is equals to condition. So con is my local variable in which it has been set to connected. If both are same, then set it to green. Else set it to disconnected. So red color. Before going ahead, you will be knowing how to use it and what to be set, which variable has to be targeted, and many more. So now let's move to the Figma and explore all the things. So you can see here, I made some of the designs in which we are going to have a demo type, making a prototype. Now first create a local variable. So after clicking outside, you will see over here local variable menu. So I have been created a local variable in which all the components are been my used. So let's create one more another. Let's add a string variable and give it a text name and add a value hello world. So the variable has been created. Now let's check it and the frame part. You can go and access the frame from over here. So I am taking a ender compact frame. So you can see that. You can create a customized frame as well by drag and drop like this. We will move taking it after some time and exploring it. So pressing by T in the keyboard, you will be getting access of text toolbar. So as I go and write something like hey, and control scroll to zoom. Now I can use that variable. So you can add a that variable for hey in the right side menu by clicking on three dots. You can see more action tooltip coming over here. After you click on that, you can see apply variable in which you click. Then you can see that all variables you have made. So I have made currently on this text name. So if I click on a text name, it applies hello world property. So yeah, so we have written hey, but as have we have applied a variable, it becomes hello world. So if I go and change the name from hello world to anything that ABCD or test variable, it will be automatically changed. So this has been very cool feature of the Figma. Like we can create one more variable and the local variables and that all tabs visible on the right side by clicking outside the frame. Then we have to click on this, so you will be prompted to this window. So let's make a background color variable. So I have to want to make a color variable. So I will be go and selecting color. Then I will be specifying the color from over here. I can choose it from the color palette as well as. So I'm taking a dark green shade and okay, then done. So our variable has been made. Now I want to apply it to the frame. So you can go see over here that fill up property has a white background. If you double click on it, it will be open on single click. only not double click. Then go to library section and choose your color. So I have to one for background. So you can see that it changed, and another we made variable. Yeah, you can see that as well as if I let's take a look again. If I change the value from here, it changes into all the component are everywhere where we have used that variable. So now let's take a look on how to create a component. So just a second. Yeah, this is one image, or you can see a shapes which I'm going to make a component and do animation on it, means making it interactive to user to look in the prototype that this can be animated in this way. So for creating a component, you can go or right click on it and just make sure you have selected all the rectangle. You can see over here that rectangle 4 is not been selected. So yeah, now you can see, and at the left side you can manage what is been. If you made something, it will be come on the next left side. So yeah, you can see that it is been not in a group and it is not in a component, so it is a white color. In normal way, it is been showing. After right clicking and making a component, you can see that it has combined and make one group type option, and in which it has vector rectangle 4 and 5, and it color has been changed to pink purple. Now what we can do, so let's make first it's another variant. Now how can you create main variant? You can create by right clicking on it and going into main component section and add variant. By clicking it gives us a second variable, second variant, and you can make more variant by using this plus sign as well. And you can go as the three dots. Okay, you can make variants from over here after creating one variants. So now let's take a look how to. So now I'm going to create one more and one more. So think that this is a main component. These all are the instant of that main component. So let's go how do we animate the. I'm going to change the property different way. So I'm going to transform it 10 degree. This also to be 10 degree. But in the minus direction and making this lift upwards. Now giving the opposite minus 10 degree transformation. So we can see a zigzag manner in it. we have made a three different angles here. First is the main, then we have done some of the changes in both the variants. Now how to add interaction. So go to prototype mode and you will be seeing a plus icon coming after going into prototype mode. Click on that and drag to second component. It will be asking what to do. So I am making it after delay. These all are the events that can be performed on a component. After delay, I am taking 100 millisecond, change to variant 2, an instant we can do smart delay, and as well as change to 10, 100. These all are the animation that Figma provide by default. You can use your own animation as well. So yeah, first animation has been made. Now let's take a look and make second animation. On click to after delay, 100 milliseconds, change to quick and then I want this to be go to the first and after delay 800 as you can specify by yourself how much delay you want and yeah all is been set. Now we are we going to make one frame first that can be displayed and make sure the frame is only been displayed in the prototype menu. So do not forget to create a frame. So yeah, this is my frame. I'm going into design tab, making it fill background color, and on clicking on the component, press Alt key and drag. It will be copying and this will be animated or it will look nice. So let's you can go and preview it on the right side below after the share button. It has two present and preview option. So I'm going to for preview. You can see that this is been animating after a delay of 100 milliseconds. You can do all this kind of stuff more. It looks good, nice. I've made one another, but we will be showing it in the last. I'm not going to make whole design again. Our main motto is to make a prototype with interaction. So we are focusing on interaction and how to give a neat and clean prototype. So first we will be seeing what happens previewing for a simple sake of file. So you can see that these groups are not been coming and the text is overreading and no not a good thing. So now make it proper First of all, these all the components in the loop are been outside the frame, so it is not coming. So click and drag it to your frame. Yeah, it is in Android 3. Now let's take a look. So you can see that it displaying in the frame. But I want to be using these whole components in scrolling manner that I can be scroll and it goes from right to left and left to right. So how can I do? And same for this text. So you can do it by frame. So frame lets you know that this component has been shown from this to this area only. So after click selecting all, if you right click and click on frame selection, Control Alt G, then you will be seeing that the frame box appear. So make it smaller. Just a second. Okay. One extra part is been covered, so that is not been selected. That's why this problem appears. By control side, you can redo the. As I have told, yeah, we have to first make a component. Or you can make that way that you can add two frame in it to make it horizontally display. So we are going to make a two frame option and then go and try to make a component and then try it. So I'm creating one frame first from option control at let's see. So it has created one frame, a layer in which all the boxes are there. Now again clicking on the frame selection, we can minimize that another frame to our image, our font size, and you can see in that in the prototype that it is been scrolling, but it is scrolling whole the screen of the mobile. So how can you may stop it? So after clicking on frame and going in the prototype menu, you will be finding option that fixed in a place and scroll horizontally. It will become it to scroll horizontally. You can see. Now for this text, again right click frame selection and make it up to screen size. Mm, Again not happening anything, so we have to specify and fix in place and scroll vertically. So after that changes apply, it will be going and scrolling vertically. Now why it is going be outside. So we have to make one another frame and specify it position. Just a second. Figma has a built-in property in which the horizontal manners appears. Let's take a look at it is been horizontally. What how I have to fix how I have fixed it. So you can go and click content. So it will be clipping content to that frame only. So it will be making a horizontal and vertical effect. Now let's take a look for interaction part. So after clicking on the component and going into prototype mode, you can see that we can navigate each other by dragging dropping the plus icon we have. How? By clicking on plus and drag it where you want to go. It will be attached. Now let's delete this first. Now on drag to make it on click. Yeah. On click, go to navigate to destination Android 4, slide in from right. So we can see it once more. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. For coming back, we can give property to setting. Okay, just a second. We mismatch that. This is to win property given to. We can delete from here and drag and drop for setting that on. Click navigate to yeah all set and for from setting to coming back to home on click and right. You now we can see it is properly made, right? Now for setting a variable instant that I have to be setting a variable that I want this disconnected to be make a connected value. So let's clicking on that connect LG button. On selecting connected LG button, go into product section and interaction and add on click event listener and choose action to set a variable. So set variable. Or we can click on condition that if con is equals to con, then add action to set a variable to connected and add a variable if not then to disconnected. Our first condition applied. So you will be getting the fill color is equals to disconnected. Now let's take a look. Can change its property to connected. Right? Now if you click on connected, it will be not doing any action because it has some issues in the connection. We have to set current variable on a track time or on a live. So mouse down, none to set a variable from disconnect to connect. So I'm going to change this to disconnect. Now we can see it changes from connected or disconnected to connect, right? So now instead we get further, we have one problem that it was checking a wrong condition. So in click if it is disconnected and disconnected. So first time the value of our will be disconnected and disconnected. So then it changes to green color and then it changes to red color. So and then we are setting it and target value connect target and disconnected and mouse down effect is been applied after on clicking event. That's why it was not changing in it. So let's set it to color to hold demo and a prototype. Yeah, this is the prototype that we made. It is proper and if it has interaction anywhere, then if you click on else where it hovers a blue color, that this is a clickable button. So on clicking in it, we can move to a settings screen. We can see that mode. Now connected LG, it says to be connected. It works fine. And going back, yeah, our two-page demo is been made. So thanks for watching and let me know if you have any problem or any question in the Discord. Thank you.